What? Shit. Let me start that over. I didn't hear shit that he said. Okay.
Your local map can be used to mark ships and objects as waypoints, to check your proximity to hazards, and gauge when you are close to being detected by hostiles. Touch any target on the map to select it.
Oh, any target on the map. What about that? It's all there? Sweet. Done.
Your basic maneuvering controls allow you to give the ship forward or reverse thrust, to steer the ship to port or starboard, and to move the ship up or down on its vertical axis. The amount of thrust you can give depends on the amount of power your chief engineer allocates to engines. The more power your engines have, the more responsive the ship will be. Maneuvering controls are only available when your local map view is active. The throttle controls your speed and also allows you to reverse or make a full stop.
Ooh, that's the speed. Done?
Your ship's impulse drive allows you to travel quickly between planets and other points of interest within a star system. To travel via impulse, you will first need to plot a course by choosing a destination on the impulse map. Once the course is plotted, you will then need to align your ship with the appropriate heading and engage the impulse drive. Be aware, the impulse drive cannot be engaged unless the chief engineer has allocated sufficient power. Switch to your impulse map. Select any point of interest in the star system to plot a course to that destination. Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course.
Steer. Ooh. Wow.
Grab and push your throttle to engage the impulse drive. The ship's computer will automatically follow the course you plotted. The ship's warp drive can distort space around the ship to propel it faster than light across the vast distances between star systems. The tremendous amount of energy needed for warp travel will require you to coordinate closely with the chief engineer. To travel by warp, it is your responsibility to plot a course by selecting a star system on your warp map. When the course is plotted, you will need to align the ship with the proper heading. Before you can enter warp, your chief engineer will have to prepare the ship and charge the warp coils. Open your warp map now. Select a star system to plot a course to it.
Beta.
Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course.
Warp coils charging.
Push your throttle to engage the warp drive. The warp coils can only remain charged for a limited time. The chief engineer will need to prepare the ship for warp jet. Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As helmsman, the more thrust you are using, the farther away the Aegis can be detected. On your local map, you'll see a ring that expands and contracts as the ship's signature increases or decreases. When other ships come within that ring, they will detect the Aegis.
Map zoom level, that's what that is. Steering, elevation. That's it. Oops. I guess it's on to tactical.
As the tactical officer, you are in charge of the ship's weapons, defenses, and scanners. In combat situations, you must coordinate with the rest of the bridge crew to protect the ship and deal with any threats to it. But you also have a crucial role in non-combat situations. It is the tactical officer's responsibility to scan nearby ships and other objects in the environment to reveal vital information about them.
Okay. Oh wait, I'm over here now, huh? Where are you? Lieutenant Tanar and Sinrao. Ooh, my chair swivels. Oh, it's not swiveling no more? Oh. Alright, what happened? Oh, I gotta select over here.
In order to scan anything or to fire on it, you must first target it. To select a target, simply select the appropriate icon on your map. Once you've selected a target, a display will show all currently known information about your selection. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. You will often need to scan a target to learn more about it, or to locate people or objects of interest in another vessel. Some objects are scanned with a simple, general scanning action. This happens automatically when the object is targeted. More complex objects, like other ships, can be scanned for specific properties, such as the locations of any weak points in a ship's system. When an object has many features to scan, scanning them all at once is much slower than scanning a single specific system. Scanning is required before it's possible to transport people or cargo off of another vessel, or before being able to target weak spots of an enemy's ship systems. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. Here you can select what systems you want to scan. Scanning a single system will always be faster than scanning multiple at once. Also, the closer the ship is to the target, the faster you can scan. Scan the ship's engines now to reveal their status, and any weak points which would allow you to damage the engines directly.
This one? Oh, I gotta press that one too. Select a target to scan, or fire weapons. Oh. How can I scan if it won't let me? Ooh, that's what I was supposed to do. I'm supposed to fire, not scan.
You will often need to scan a target to learn more about it, or to locate people or objects of interest in another vessel. Some objects are scanned with a simple, general scanning action. This happens automatically when the object
What's that
is
lever
targeted.
there for?
More complex objects, like other ships, can be scanned for specific properties, such as the locations of any weak points in a ship's system. When an object has many features to scan, scanning them all at once is much slower than scanning a single specific system. Scanning is required before it's possible to transport people or cargo off of another vessel, or before being able to target weak spots of an enemy's ship systems. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. Here you can select what systems you want to scan. Scanning a single system will always be faster than scanning multiple at once. Also, the closer the ship is to the target, the faster you can scan. Scan the ship's engines now to reveal their status, and any weak points which would allow you to damage the engines directly.
Did I do it too early again? Oh wait. Oh, I already finished it.
As tactical officer, you have control over raising and lowering the ship's shields. When raised, the shields will charge up to maximum strength over time. They are your best defense against damage to the ship. When shields are lowered or down to 0 strength, any damage to the ship may cause serious harm to onboard systems, or even loss of life to your crew. When shields are raised, the chief engineer can direct power to them to increase their effectiveness. Raise the shields now.
No.
There is a delay while power is
10
channeled
seconds.
into the shield emitters before the shields come online. In a combat situation, remember that you need to raise shields before the enemy fires. Photon torpedoes are a devastating weapon. They can automatically track a moving target and deliver heavy damage on impact. However, before you can fire them, you must first give the order to arm them. Arm your torpedoes now.
Arm the torpedoes.
Each torpedo tube takes time to load. Your supply of torpedoes
Torpedoes
for any
are
mission is limited, so use them
28.
wisely.
I already used
Target
two.
the nearby ship and fire torpedoes at it.
Sweet.
Phasers are a
Phasers.
versatile energy
Well,
weapon.
burst.
They continually charge over time, and when fully charged, your phaser banks hold enough energy to fire multiple shots at your target. Phaser banks automatically track your target, but only if it is within the indicated firing arc and within the current range of your weapons. The effective range and damage of your phasers is controlled by the amount of energy the chief engineer allocates to them. Target the nearby ship and fire phasers at it. Phasers can be used to precisely target weak spots of another vessel. To use this ability, you must first scan the desired subsystem of a target, such as its weapons or engines. Once scanned, you must then select that system. As long as a scanned system is selected, phasers will auto-target that system's weak points. To hit a subsystem, the target's shields must be down or inactive. Second, your ship must be correctly facing the targeted point. If the target's shields are raised, or you are attacking from the wrong angle, firing in subsystem targeting mode will do minimal damage. When dealing with other ships, targeting individual systems is a good way to disable them or neutralize a threat without outright destroying the ship. This may sometimes be necessary to accomplish your mission objectives. Target the nearby ship and scan its weapons systems.
I should have selected weapons.
Now select the ship's weapon systems to lock on to their weak points. Your phasers are now in subsystem targeting mode. Fire them for a precision attack. Until the target's shields are down, you will not be able to hit the targeted system. good. You have damaged the targeted system.
Oh, still.
Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As tactical officer, arming torpedoes, firing weapons, and activating shields will each make the ship detectable from greater distances. To reduce the ship's signature, disarm torpedoes and lower shields now. The Aegis's prototype remote intrusion system can be used to send encoded signals and disrupt critical systems of other ships. Before it can be used, the tactical officer must scan the target. Once a scanned target is selected, an intrusion into its control systems is attempted via an automated routine. If successful, you may then choose to attempt any of the available disruption routines to temporarily cripple a specific system.
Right, at least my hands
Activate
aren't
the
dirty.
remote intrusion system.
Remote intrusion system. Or system intrusion.
Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
Clicked. Initiate scan. Initialize scan. Scanning scan.
Select a scan target. Choose a disruption routine to inject into the target systems. Very good. But once used, the remote intrusion system will be fully occupied and unable to disrupt another target or system for some time.
30 seconds.
Your ship is equipped with standard transporters for beaming objects or personnel aboard from other vessels or locations. Transporting first requires the tactical officer to scan the target vessel or location. If any mission-critical items or personnel to transport, the target will appear on the transporter interface. It will take time to acquire a lock-on before you can beam, and you must remain in range for the lock to succeed. The transporter cannot penetrate through your ship's own shields or those of another ship, so you must coordinate with tactical to make sure your shields are down when you need to transport. If you are attempting to beam something from a hostile vessel, your crew will first have to disable its shields. Activate the transporter interface. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. Select the damaged ship from the list of targets. Lock on to the survivors aboard the ship to prepare for transport. To lock on, your ship must be in transport range and unshielded. The target's shield, if any, must also be down.
Got 2 people so far. When do we get 24? Do.
You have transporter lock on the survivors. Give the order to energize. The survivors are now safely aboard the Aegis, which you can only transport 6 at a time. Anytime there are more than 6 targets to transport from a single vessel, you will need to perform multiple transport cycles.
There are still others aboard.
Thank you. Help overlay. Next. Lastly, engineer.
As chief engineer, you support all other members of the bridge crew by keeping the Aegis operating in top condition. You monitor vital status information about the ship's systems, allocate power needed for maneuvering and combat, and manage the ship's power grid to compensate for damage or boost its capabilities. You also manage the ship's repair teams and keep an eye on how visible the Aegis is to other ships in the area. Your system's display gives vital information about the status of the ship's various systems at all times. When your ship is suffering from negative effects, this panel provides information about the source and severity of the effect. As chief engineer, you have more detail about your ship's status than any other member of the crew. Activate your system's display now.
Systems display active. Oh, that's cool.
How you allocate power determines how effective each of those systems is. As situations change, you'll need to communicate with the rest of the crew to keep them supplied with power and to anticipate when to make critical adjustments. One of your most essential responsibilities as chief engineer is to distribute available power between each of the ship's major systems. Try giving maximum power to engines now. Now try
Maximum
giving
power to
maximum
engines.
power to shields. You will have to reduce power to other systems first. Before the ship can travel between star systems, you must make the ship ready and charge its warp coils. This draws a tremendous amount of power, and you will be unable to make any further changes to power allocation or routing while prepping for warp. Begin preparing for warp now. Charge the warp coils. The helmsman will have a limited time to engage the warp drive, or the coils will automatically discharge to prevent damage to the ship.
Warp coils charged.
When the ship sustains damage, it's up to you to deploy repair crews and get critical systems back in working order. You have a limited number of crews available. You may send multiple crews to repair a single system faster, or you may spread them out to work on multiple systems at once. We have simulated damage to your phaser banks and scanners. Assign repair crews to both systems to get them back to full working condition.
Sensor array restored. Phaser array restored.
It's possible to increase the power to one or more systems beyond normal safe operating limits by rerouting the ship's power grid. Switch to rerouting mode now. Try diverting extra power to shields by dragging an adjacent power node over to it. You have increased maximum shield strength by drawing some power from other systems. This situation is risky, though. The extra power flowing through those conduits could cause internal damage. When you use the rerouting system, you must keep an eye on the power grid and be ready to make changes as needed. Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As chief engineer, You can monitor all systems which are affecting the ship's signature, and gauge the range at which the Aegis will be detectable to other vessels. This information is vital when trying to avoid contact with hostile ships.
Well, now that I've done them all. Awesome. Campaign missions, ongoing voyages. Oh, how about that?
Captain's log, stardate 225-8.161. My crew is assembled, and we're preparing to disembark on our expedition to the trench. Before we depart, however, Starfleet Command has asked us to complete one final exercise to confirm the Aegis's fitness for the mission ahead, and undoubtedly to test the readiness of her captain and crew.
Captain, we have a message incoming from Deep Space K7. Opening channel.
Aegis, we have a freighter coming into dock, and we've had a little trouble lately with smugglers trafficking invasive species. On your way out, I think it'd be best for everyone if you could just verify the ship isn't carrying any wildlife.
Make sure it has wildlife, you said?
Understood. Shields raised. Arming torpedoes.
Attack whatever you see. But we're still at the base, though. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta tell you what to do, don't I?
Initializing spectrographic analysis.
Targeting.
There we go.
Scan
That's what I gotta do.
initiated.
Anything on the scan yet?
Aye. Changing target. Scanning target.
Oh, and now I gotta select the target, don't I? Now you can scan
Captain.
target.
Locking on target. Scanning.
Gotta do myself.
Transferring data to your panel, Captain. I am not detecting any unusual life forms aboard the freighter, Captain.
I'll let K7 know the ship's clean.
Aye. Following the target. Aye, understood. Staying with them.
Inspections are complete.
No, I don't want that.
Aye. Maximum throttle. Aye. Setting throttle to full.
Acknowledged. Full power to engines.
Where the
Aye, aye. Equalizing power.
is that option?
Accuracy has been upgraded. Can you confirm?
Aye, Captain. Maximizing power to engines.
Warp coils charging.
Warp coils ready.
Charged. Warp coil discharge.
Aye, aye,
Warp coil
Captain.
charge is
Bring
about
her to full
dissipate.
stop.
Warp coils discharged.
Okay, I selected it. Where do I activate this? Order Hound to plot warp course to Gamma Hydra. With the AI at helm, select warp destination from warp map. Oh, dude.
Aye, aye.
Torpedo
We're on
disarmed.
vector.
Warp protocols. Allocating power.
Warp course plotted. Aligning warp vector.
Alright, we got this. Some weird ass.
Course
Ready for
plotted.
warp.
On your mark.
Charged.
Oh, ready to warp. Warp.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm picking up a distress signal, Captain. Channel open.
USS Aegis.
I don't
My
want to
vessel has
estimate it
lost
yet.
all power and our life support systems are nearly exhausted. We have a crew of 6. I request that you take us aboard your ship as soon as possible.
Who the fuck are you? Yeah.
Aye, aye. Updating target.
Analyze them. I don't trust them so far. I don't know who the hell they are.
Initiating scan. Yes,
Staying
Captain.
with them.
Locking new target. Scanning.
I will update your panel,
We have
Captain.
life signs.
Your license?
Roger that. Shields lowered.
Following.
Establishing lock.
Anytime now. Let me know when you get that.
Energizing.
The vessel is empty, and all crew members are accounted for.
My entire sensor array just lit up. Mind taking a look?
Yeah, sure.
We have a priority message incoming from Starfleet Command.
Don't worry, there we go.
Opening channel.
Yeah, what do you want?
Captain, we've lost contact with one of our survey vessels, the USS Nicholson. You're the closest ship to their last known position. We need you to locate the vessel and render any aid they may need. We're sending their last coordinates to you now. Starfleet out.
Plotting course.
Aye, Captain.
Diverting power for impulse.
Plotting impulse course. On your mark, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, I should try to almost grow into that cherry now.
Captain, I'm detecting gravitic mines in the area. If we get too close, they'll be attracted to our hull, and the damage could be severe. We should keep our distance.
Alright.
The environment is inhibiting the effectiveness of our sensors, Captain. We are, however, detecting pockets of plasma coolant. They may provide clues as to the Nicholson's whereabouts.
Aye, adjusting
Avoid that.
heading.
Wait, no. You want to turn around? Oh yeah.
Aye.
We might have an issue with launch sequencing. Can you investigate that?
Right. I'll look it over.
New coordinates laid in. Aye, aye, Captain. Bringing her to new heading.
Aye. Prioritizing power to shields.
Failures on deck 14.
Warning.
Entering the
Environmental
anomaly.
hazard detected.
Aye, aye. Adjusting to new heading. Aye, Captain. Aye, aye.
What's that anomaly?
Affirmative. Prioritizing power to engines.
We've arrived.
You got it. New target locked. Scanning.
Our ship should have little problem enduring the anomaly's effects. I am sending new data to your panel, Captain.
Aye, Captain. Shields up. Torpedoes arming.
Is it one of those anomalies like in Enterprise?
Aye, understood. Aye, aye, Captain. Full speed ahead.
Aye, aye. Target selected. Scanning target.
I am updating your panel, Captain.
Arriving at our destination. Exiting the anomaly.
Sensors are detecting a distress beacon, but it is not a Federation frequency. It looks like a civilian vessel needs assistance as well.
I'm picking up a signal on emergency frequencies. On screen.
Aegis, according to my engineer, our engines are locked in some sort of malfunction cycle. If we could temporarily override them, I think we can fix the problem.
Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Following the target.
Spectrographic analysis.
Aye, adjusting her heading. Aye, aye. Following.
Warning.
Entering
Environmental
anomaly.
hazard detected.
Moving out of the anomaly.
Warning. Environmental hazard detected. No course plotted.
Yes, Captain. Maximizing power to engines.
Recalibrated the auxiliary helm. Care to cross-check?
Let's see what the diagnostics say.
Fuck it.
Our shields are at 25%.
Exiting anomaly. Aye, aye. Following the target.
Whoops. Ah, power shields.
Just lost our shields.
I ain't do it.
Casualty reports coming in from multiple decks.
Okay.
Understood. Damage crews to warp core.
Understood.
Staying with them.
Changing target. Scan initiated.
Transferring analysis to your panel, Captain.
Warp core repaired.
Warp core restored.
Affirmative. Repairing phaser array.
Aye, aye, Captain. Attempting to disrupt. Targeting. I'm in. Target system disrupted.
Phaser array fully repaired. All repairs
Phaser
completed.
array restored.
It looks like that fixed it. We should be able to take it from here. Thanks for your help. You probably just saved all our lives.
Warning. Environmental hazard detected.
Mind taking a look?
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Aye, understood. Captain, we've reached
Aye,
our
Captain.
destination.
Target selected. Initiating scan.
Transferring data to your panel, Captain.
Aye. Aye, aye. Maximum throttle. We've arrived.
Aye, Captain. Locking on target. Scanning. Scan complete, Captain.
I believe our lost ship is showing on sensors now, Captain.
We're being hailed.
Aegis, this is the USS Nicholson. Our vessel is severely damaged and leaking radiation. Most of my crew escaped, but a few of us are trapped in the forward compartment. I need you to transport us off the ship. And then, well, she's too dangerous. We can't just leave her floating out here. You'll have to scuttle her.
Aye, following the target.
Aye, aye. New target locked. Scanning.
Moving out of the anomaly.
We're breach imminent.
I am updating your panel, Captain.
We've got life signs.
Staying
Roger
with
that. Lowering shields.
Acquiring transporter lock.
I want a security detail around the transporter room. They could be enemies. Could be hiding. Nobody?
Energizing.
It says warp core breach minute, so. Or is that theirs? Probably theirs.
You got it. Locking new target. Firing.
Warp core is critical.
50%. Warning.
Captain, I have an update from Starfleet Command. They're sending us new coordinates.
Aye, aye. Starting repairs on warp core.
Fire. I didn't do it.
Calculating travel vector.
Aye,
Disarming
understood.
torpedoes.
Allocating engine power for impulse.
Laying course for impulse. Course laid in, Captain.
He's just chilling with his desk on fire.
Warp core is fully operational.
Warp core
All systems
restored.
fully restored.
Plotting course.
Aye, aye. We're ready
Powering
to go.
engines for impulse.
Making ready for impulse. Aye, Captain.
Captain, I'm getting something on the distress channel. Putting it on screen. Yes, Captain. Raising shield.
The kobayashi
We've
oh,
lost
that's
all power and our hull has been penetrated. Life support systems are failing. Our position is Gamma Hydra Section 10. Please, you must help us.
Captain, that places them in the Klingon neutral zone. Entering the zone would put us in violation of treaty.
There's always mines everywhere.
Aye, aye, Captain. Following.
Aye,
Following the
updating
target.
target. We're approaching the Klingon neutral zone, Captain. Aye, aye. Targeting. Engaging target.
Aye, full speed ahead. Setting new
Aye,
heading.
dropping shields. Torpedoes on safe.
Aye, aye, Captain. Staying with them.
Aye,
Following.
Captain. New target locked. Initiating scan. Scan complete. Life signs detected.
Transferring analysis to your panel, Captain.
Warning. Cloaked vessel detected.
Staying with them.
Acquiring lock.
Enemy showing on their sensors. New contact. One enemy vessel.
Following the target.
Blocking new
Energizing.
target. Scanning target.
Others are still awaiting transport.
Full scan complete. Yes,
Staying
Captain.
with them.
Changing target. Firing.
Following.
Acquiring transporter lock.
Sensors are showing waveforms consistent with recent cloaking activity. I will update your panel, Captain.
Energizing.
Roger
Following
that.
the target.
Locking on target.
There are still others aboard.
Kobayashi Maru is at 50% hull integrity.
Acquiring lock.
They know we're here. Hostile ship decloaking. Understood. Target selected. I'm reading multiple hostile contacts. Engaging.
Energizing.
Following the target.
Others are still awaiting transport.
Updating target. Firing.
Yes, Captain. Repairs underway. Repairs.
25% hull integrity.
Shields are fully operational.
Restored.
Hull integrity.
Warning damage. Lightning detected.
Shields raised. Army torpedoes.
I can.
Kobayashi Maru hull. 10%. Hostile retreating. Ship decloaking. I've got multiple hostile contacts. Enemy vessel destroyed. The Kobayashi Maru was just destroyed, Captain.
Get the hell out of here.
Congratulations, Captain. You and your crew have just completed the Kobayashi Maru simulation. I know it's not easy to face a no-win situation like that, but it's a necessary test, both for Starfleet and for yourselves. I think we all have a better idea now of the decisions you'll make when there's no obvious right answer. Based on your overall performance, I'm not only clearing the Aegis for Operation Distant Shore, I'm recommending that you lead the expedition into the trench.
Alright, I guess that's it for now. Whew. Whoa. I'm not on a ship. Ugh.